again. How are we doing? Everybody good? There we go. Okay, $1.5 million in 17 years. That's what you have done. Yes, give yourselves a round of applause. We have some housekeeping that needs to be done. We have Monsef Deraji, MNA for the Nelligan riding. We have Mayor Jim Bays of Pierrefonds. We have Mayor Michelle Gibson from Kirkland. Thank you for coming out tonight. I met the Caballeros on a bus ride to Ottawa when we wanted to get Spinraza, a drug that would help improve the quality of life of those living with SMA, Spinal Muscular Atrophy. For those of you who don't know, it robs those that have this of their muscular function. On the road to Ottawa, I met all these Caballeros and Marianis, and I have no idea who they are because there's so many of them. I'm still trying to work out the family tree. It's okay. I'm one of the adopted Italian people. So what I have learned in the 2 years that I have been friends with the Caballeros is one, I need another stomach. That's one. But two, I've learned patience is an important part of life. I've learned that perseverance is something that we need to have, and the Caballeros, those of you who know them, up close and personal, they attack life with absolutely passion and fortitude. They don't take anything sitting down, and they never do anything without a smile on their face or a joke. So it's a great place to be, and it's an uplifting thing to spend time in their home. In the past little while, I've also learned that a mother's love, my dear friend Rosa, I can't really see you from the lights, but I know you're there. A mother's love is infinite, and I watch her work tirelessly to take care of her son, Sammy. That brings me to Sammy. Sammy is one of my business advisors. Those of you who don't know Sammy up close and personal, he runs a very successful internet business that rivals none that I've ever seen. Sick Media, so that's something for you to check out. Pick up your phones, like him on Instagram, because you're going to learn something. I always learn something when I sit down with Sammy. So tonight I have been asked to not speak to you too much. We would like to remind you that Spinraza was approved in 2019, so thank you. The slogan that we used when we went to Ottawa was Spinraza for all, and thank you, Monsef Deraji, for taking the ball and going to the National Assembly and getting that job done. In 2019, Spinraza was made available for all. I want to thank every one of you for coming out this year and 17 years consecutive, because the reason that was made possible was because of the research and development that came through the $1.5 million that you've raised for this disease. Now, the next thing I have to do is bring out the actual star of the story, Tony Marinaro from TSN 690. Where are you? Because I'm not the funny part of the night.
Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Rhonda.
Help me, Rhonda.
Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Bonsoir tout le monde. Welcome, everyone. Buonasera a tutti. To all our distinguished guests tonight, and I heard so many of you municipal councillors and politicians, and from everywhere. I didn't hear LaSalle anywhere, so I'm going to introduce myself. Tony Marinaro from Ville LaSalle. Let's hear it for Ville LaSalle. Hey. All right, so for those of you who don't know me, where have you been? But, so I'm a sports radio host on TSN 690. I'm on weekdays between 10 and 1. And every day I talk about finding a cure for the Montreal Canadiens. But unfortunately, the Montreal Canadiens don't want to listen to me, so they are where they are. But don't worry about it and don't despair, Montreal Canadiens fans. Besides the fact that the Montreal Canadiens don't have a legitimate #1 centerman, a point-per-game player, a 35-goal scorer, 5 of their top 6 are under 6 feet tall and they're too small. They don't have a defense partner for Shea Weber, and Shea Weber misses 28 games a year because he's always hurt. Besides all that, it's not all that bad. Right? It's not all that bad. But the next people I'm going to call up also talk about a cure and finding a cure, and they talk about it every day, and they talk about it here at this event, at this gala every year. And the good news is that everyone is listening to them, and they're making a lot of noise. They've gone to Ottawa, they have a bunch of people on board, and they're going to tell you right now that a cure for SMA is closer now than it ever has been. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming and give a warm round of applause to the president of Cure SMA, Susie, and the Caballeros.
Valentine, Gala. On behalf of my family, Cure SMA, we cannot thank you guys enough. It's been a long battle, but we finally got one step out of the way, which is a treatment. And I promise you one thing, we are not stopping till we get a cure. The biggest question we've gotten ever since this treatment came out, honestly, we get calls every week. What has changed? What has changed? What's Sammy doing? Is he moving more? Just to the record, our number one goal is to stop the progression of the disease, which I think we have done. Our second goal is to get to that cure, which I think we will do. People keep asking us, how do your numbers go up every year? Honestly, the support that we've had with family, friends, is unbelievable. Honestly, we're just a small piece of the pie. Everybody in here has helped so much. To raise $1.5 million is something we never imagined. So, we're going to keep it going, so I'm hoping on everybody's support. Thank you very much.
For those of you that don't know me, we've been doing this gala for 17 years, and it's crazy how far we've come in that time. We started this gala with 150 people just looking and having hope to find something come out for people with SMA. And we stand here today, a couple months into Sammy's treatment. It makes my heart so happy to see the new generation coming in to start fighting for a cure. As an older sister, I want to always protect my brother. Watching him go through the treatments causes overwhelming feelings. It's scary, it's nerve-wracking, but at the same time, it's amazing to see that something has come out to hopefully help him in the future. His health definitely comes first, but pasta and Instagram followers definitely come second. So I'd just like to thank everyone, and let's fight for a cure and have a great time tonight. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sammy, and I just want to show you a short video about my experience with Spinal so far.
Move mountain. Go ahead, deep breath, taste. We gon' walk it out and move mountain. And I rise like the day. I rise unafraid. I rise up, and I do it 1,008 times again.
Okay, that's good.
And I rise up, I like the waves. I rise up, in spite of the ache. I rise up, and I do it 1,008 times again.
On our way to Sammy's first Spinal treatment.
How are you feeling today?
Talking to me.
Yeah.
Feeling positive and nervous.
That's it?
Yeah, and anxious.
How are you feeling?
Nervous and excited.
And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to
First dose of Spinal officially done. How are you feeling?
I'm very happy that's over. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but it went really well. I'm happy.
Good. And you? Mom, how are you feeling?
I'm happy that he's happy and he's relieved.
And I do it 1,000 times again.
Seizure today? How are you feeling?
Then, a lot less nervous. I'm excited.
All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. And we will rise, we'll rise, we'll rise.
You've never gotten to this point, so thank you all so much. I have been waiting for achievement my whole life. My family and friends have always had hope that the day would finally come. Although it's exciting, there is still fear of the unknown. All I could hope for is for the progression of the disease to stop and any improvement would be a bonus. Before every treatment, I have nerves, fear, excitement, and sometimes I even cry. But the most important thing is to remember that this is a positive thing, and it's unbelievable to have this opportunity. Even though there are days before, when it's over, I can't wait to have a nice play pasta. This treatment has taught me that with hope and hard work, anything is possible, especially with all of the support. Some days are harder than others, but without those times, special nights like tonight wouldn't be as special. Always remember that every day is a good day. Thank you.
I'm happy for him, and I've been exalted long 18 years. So here's Susie, president of Cure SMA.
I really got to talk to these guys about going before they talk. There's so many things I want to say to you, but I got this much time. So the highlights are how incredibly amazing it is to be here every year and see this love and outpouring of compassion for Sammy, and the benefit that that compassion is for the entire SMA community to benefit from. So what has your kindness and love and compassion done is, this year was very special in spite of all the fighting that we've done to try to get the treatment that finally was approved to the patients. Not all the patients actually have it yet. My own daughter is not able to access treatment in BC. But fortunately, we have other families here. Do you guys want to come up? That also have children that are accessing. Janet showed me his son skiing. Amazing. So these families came from New Brunswick, Windsor, Ontario, Ottawa, Ontario. I come from BC. We're all here to say thank you to for what you're doing. What we want to, Isabella's here too? Oh, Paul, yeah.
So what we want to say is thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to put a treatment in our kids. Are we there yet? No, we're not there yet. We're not there yet because it's not a cure. And the way the BC system works is a very long process to get actually treatment to patients. So the advocacy has been really, really hard on the organization. We've cut back on support, we've cut back on research, and it's all been about saving, it's putting the oxygen mask on. We need to breathe right now. So that's what we did. We fought for access to treatment. And you know, this year, what I was saying is the first time I went into a hospital, Toronto Sick Kids, and visited 3 newly diagnosed families that were just diagnosed and were waiting for their first treatment. Just like that. It felt, they didn't even know, they didn't know what we had all done to make sure that that was a thing, but oh my God. And it's because of you guys that is a thing. I remember Barcelona coming to Ottawa when we were doing our campaign at the Parliament buildings, and I will never, till the day I die, forget that. You guys all screaming and yelling and holding up the signs in the front of that building. It made a difference. And I can't thank you enough for my
Once again, thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish you guys all a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't